When someone tells you who they are, believe them. It's this line that comes to mind today as I'm thinking about Apple's Crush ad from last spring and how it rocked the world with its message of crushing out art and artists with the hydraulic press. Likewise, the swift backlash was to be expected for an ad that was so extreme. Many wondered, what was Apple thinking? The ad came at a time when generative AI tools such as ChatGPT, Sora, Sona, and DALL-E were actively replacing artists, and the trend has only accelerated since then. Before we get into talking about the show itself, I'd like to unequivocally state that every artist's voice matters. Even though we may disagree with each other as artists, that doesn't mean our voices are any less important. No Place Like Home is a show comprised of 9 stories, each taking place in the Kansas City area. I want to bring more focus to the Kansas City area, as this is the KC Fringe Festival. To me, Kansas City is more than just another place on a map. Also, as we increasingly transition to digital identities, we're becoming increasingly disconnected from the physical world, and with it, we're losing touch with who we are. The show itself is told over a time period of more than 20 years, some of which involve large jumps in time. Now to answer the question, what's the show about? The show is about a lot of things. First off, the show is about the importance of art and the artists behind that art. Part of the show is about Fringe itself. Yes, I'll be doing some Fringeception. I include this part of the show as it ties into my origin story as a writer and also establishes why we're here as artists, which is to inspire. If we aren't doing this, then what are we even doing here? The story R is for Respect recounts the events surrounding an editorial I wrote about my high school pep club and tells how I thought the organization was hypocritical and went against our school's values. Ultimately, however, it's a hopeful piece about standing up to bullies and the power of art to change our lives. It's also yet another reminder that we must continue to oppose those who continue to exclude those considered less than and those who are unable to defend themselves. On a lighter note, the show is also about the absurdity of life. Likewise, the 14-chip policy will be returning. It's a satirical piece written in the Gonzo style of Hunter S. Thompson. I wasn't originally going to reveal that this piece was about On the Border, but with its recent bankruptcy filing, I decided to do so. The core conflict of this piece is about whether customers should be allowed to receive a full bowl of chips or not with their order, with customers on the side supporting the cause and management against it. The response to this piece has been overwhelming. However, this will be the Fringe view. I'm glad it's resonated with a lot of people, and although it's extremely long, its ridiculous nature should provide some comic relief to the more serious show segments. You may be wondering at this point, who's this show for? If you're an artist, the show is for you. If you're someone who lives in the Kansas City area, the show is for you. If you have a strong penchant for justice, then the show is for you. If you're someone who likes having a full bowl of chips with their meal at a Mexican restaurant, then this show is for you. I'm sure I could talk more about the show, although it's really best if you just see it. Thank you.